Welcome back, everybody, to A Certain Point of View here on a Sunday, and a special Sunday as it is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there, and to everyone who's spending time with their dads. And if you are a dad, hope you guys are having a wonderful day.
Or as I like to think, the moms that had to do two jobs like my mom did. So.
Very true. Very true. There you go. Happy Father's Day to all of them as well. We are here. As you can see, it is just the three of us tonight. Jill is off with some familia, as it happens for some people. She's hanging out with the family tonight. And we have a cool show planned. We're going to talk some Schmoedown stuff up top, obviously, as the thumbnail says, the show says. Live events are officially coming back. They're in the plan. And we're going to kind of just have an open discussion about where we would like to see them go, things we may like to see evolved into live events, possibly competitors, stuff like that. So make sure you guys have your comments ready. The Streamlabs link is posted. You can also send in the super chat, and we'll have a conversation with you guys as well. And we're going to have some games to play towards the end of the show. We have some fun ones planned with a Q&A involved as well. So if you guys have questions for us, just direct questions, could be Schmoedown, could be non-Schmoedown. Also, we want to highlight, we do want to take some questions as who is more likely to questions for the three of us. That would be a good conversation for us to have between us. And we'll mention that throughout the show. But with all that said, Brian, Molly, how's your guys' weekend going? It was happy hour. We saw each other yesterday, but it is Sunday. Monday's upon us. How's everybody doing?
I'm alive. I survived yet another happy hour. I was like...
I like how Chris just basically claimed himself to be the Jill, and Robert is the Molly.
Yeah.
I love it. But yeah, happy hour is really fun. If you missed it, go and watch it. It's not going to stop me from having my Sunday night drink.
It's all good. If you guys missed happy hour, it was an incredible show. Robert Parker was the headliner, but one Mara Konopik crashed the party about 15 minutes into the show.
Yeah, we might have to slap her picture in the logo like
100%. 100%.
Yes.
Brian, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Good. It's funny. I think I was mentally hungover from yesterday because
we already know this answer, Brian. We already know this answer. Mr. Hollywood.
Thank you. No, because I slept till like 1 p.m. today. And I went to bed at like 1. So I think Molly and Jill mentally made me sleep.
I was up at 4:45.
Well, you have a puppy, so that's different. But yeah, it was fun. Yesterday was fun.
Yeah, it was really good.
Always a good time.
Yes.
Well, Parker was a great guest because his Schmoedown character and himself are complete opposites.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get some of those people where they kind of blend a little bit, but there are some of those as well that are clear differences from their character. Parker is a prototypical example of that, of how different he is from the spider inside the dungeon. And he also, like, having the dungeon with Molly and Parker and Jill being such good friends, you knew it was going to be like the perfect show. It was such a good example of what happy hour could be. Like, it felt like you guys were sitting at a bar, just watching behind the scenes. It literally felt like, and then you guys put ties in your head. Like, that's closing a bar down at 2 a.m. That's what it felt like.
Yeah. Then I made Parker trace through his maze tattoo,
which was just the best. He was like, I can't see my arm.
The best part was you guys didn't get to see it, but like Molly immediately after got Taco Bell, and like it was the most amazing Taco Bell ever in the whole entire world, to the point where like she just disappeared.
I was like, our food's here, bye.
So there's always, you know what, now I think about it, it's usually Taco Bell that is the meal consumed after happy hour.
Oh yeah, it's once a month thing for sure. I mean, it's more than once a month, but it's once a month thing with happy hour.
Yeah. So. I don't even remember what I ordered from Taco Bell, but I woke up.
Easy Gordita Crunch because you threw it in my face.
Yeah.
Well, not literally, but because I would never.
I wish I had the footage of Molly throwing it at her camera.
Because I woke up and I was like, oh, we still have a lot of Taco Bell. Like we had 3 cheesy gordita crunches still in the fridge from whatever I ordered last night. I know I ordered several cheesy gordita crunches, maybe some tacos and nachos, and most of that was gone, but we had some leftovers.
Hey, as long as you didn't wake up in the bed with the Taco Bell.
Oh,
That's true.
I'm sure Hilo would have eaten it if it was in the bed.
I did have
experience in that department.
I did have a half of a cheesy gordita crunch for breakfast.
I love that you guys never
Can't
eat
waste it.
normal breakfast.
No.
You really don't. It's
We're not-
I don't think I've ever heard you guys say like, yeah, I had cereal.
Alex cooks like scrambled eggs and bacon every once in a while, and at the start of the quarantine I got really good at making omelets, but I think I got really omeleted out, and I just like I can do without eggs.
We have a place near me, not Jake, but they make omelets, except the egg is hash browns.
Well, what place is that, Brian?
The River's Edge Cafe.
Oh, yeah.
So
those things are those. If you don't want to eat for the rest of the day, you go there. Oh
yes.
my God.
It literally will fill you up for the whole entire day. So imagine instead of an egg omelet, it's just a giant hash brown that you put whatever you want inside, fold it, and it just melds together into an omelet. It's so good.
So Selvin's famous question of how you'd like to be cooked as a potato, stuffed hash browns is the way. That is the way to go.
It's an amazing experience. And their biscuits and gravy too.
And I do love a good biscuit and sausage gravy, but I mean
that's what they have.
It can't be better than what you can get in the South.
I know. After I said that, I was like, oh, I'm talking to someone from the South, so that's probably
I mean, my mom makes the best biscuits and sausage gravy. The second best is probably Silver Skillet, which is a pretty famous diner in Atlanta where they filmed like a ton of different movies and stuff at. Yeah.
And then Mara introduced you last night to Tapatio Doritos.
You've never seen those? I've had those for years. I've
never even heard of them either.
Oh my God, they are amazing.
Not that I would ever be able to handle Tapatio Doritos, but I've never even heard of them.
They are so good. So good.
Yeah, I had never heard of them. So I'm going to be on the hunt for those for a while.
Canada Rocks. Jake basically had breakfast poutine this morning. I saw those French fries you had on your
breakfast poutine. I mean, I've had regular poutine. I don't know what makes it breakfast poutine. Just because you have it in the morning.
I would assume breakfast stuff is on top of it. We'll let
Ryko answer that. Well, I had El Patio for lunch. I had my El Pastor fries, my Mexican fries. It was my favorite restaurant from back home. Gabby came home this morning. She was gone yesterday, and she went through my hometown on the way back for a detour. She called me. She goes, "Do you want El Patio?" I was like, yeah. And so she brought us lunch, and it was amazing. So if you follow them on IG, you see what they look like. They are just they're so good. El Pastor fries.
I got Jake 2 ends because someone took it before him.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. All right, let's get to this a little bit. So just again, if you were just joining us, we have a couple. Oh, thank you, Gabby. I see you. We have a couple things planned tonight. We're going to be talking live events up top. So if you guys have cities that you would want to see showcased in live events in the future, make sure you don't just leave the city. Leave a reason why. That way, if Christian or someone in the Schmoedown is watching and they get an example, or if there's plenty of people in the chat who have a specific city, we kind of want to highlight some things and some cities that people want to see the Schmoedown in. We're going to talk about some things that could possibly be added to live events. I know they do the Expo and Spectacular, but maybe some special bonuses for a certain level of tickets. And then we're going to play some games with Q&A involved as well. So if you guys have questions for us specifically, hit the Streamlabs link, the Super Chat. I know we have one waiting already from Farrell, so I will save that once we are done with the live events question. And we have some games planned. We're going to play Pictionary, and we're going to play Scategories. So we have some cool games planned to have a little fun. But let's get into this Schmoedown stuff, guys, because this has been a topic for ever since quarantine started, obviously. We haven't seen live events in well over a year. We haven't seen it since what was it? Was Atlanta the last one last year? Was Alex in the last one? Was that it?
Yeah, because that was in February.
Yeah.
And then Free for All was supposed to be March, and they canceled that because the quarantine was obviously started in March. So yeah, it must have been Atlanta last year. Let's just kind of throw around some cities, some places we may want to see, places we want to visit for a live event, and then kind of get into some things that we could see possibly added to live events, a la the Expo at Spectacular, but something smaller, obviously. I know a lot of people are going to mention stuff that's out of the U.S., obviously. That's somewhere we can probably start. Canada seems like the best option because it's close. There's a couple different options in Canada, obviously, but I think Canada is probably something that could be on the radar very quickly just because we seem to have a lot of competitors who are also Canadian, but also a lot of fans that are kind of coming from this Canadian side as well.
Get me to all the big cities. I would like Vancouver because it's closest to me.
I've also heard Vancouver is gorgeous.
I mean, Jake and I are in California, so it's just straight up. Toronto. I have Vancouver, Toronto. I'm pretty sure Montreal is pretty easy to get to also because it's like, isn't it right near New York?
Yeah, it's right across the border. It's right across the border.
Yeah, so. Yeah,
I would love to go to Canada. Yeah. I've never been.
Canada, period. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that could be, I mean, it's not outside of the realm of possibilities, but you do have to get a passport to go there. So it might be a little tougher for people who don't have them or can't get them in time for the event. But yeah, I know a handful of Canadians at this point in my life, and there's quite a few people up there that I could visit at the same time. So sure.
I've never been to Canada, so that would give me a fantastic excuse to go.
Canada has great strip clubs, from what I hear.
Lady, this is happy hour.
I'm sorry.
Wait. What was Parker's drink? What was Parker's drink?
The Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican hooker.
Are there Puerto Rican hookers at those strip clubs in Canada?
Oh my god!
It's funny. One of Alex's old bosses, this was years ago when he was like working in marketing. One of his old bosses was the one to tell him that, like, yes, Canada is known for having great strip clubs, and I was like, what? And he was like, what? Why are you telling me this?
So we know where Molly's head was at, right? Strip clubs in Canada. This is where my head was at. Oh, no, not that one. This one. Bagels. That's where my head is at. I will. Yes, if that's what Canada has.
Can you get them at the strip clubs though? I bet you can. Because in Atlanta, there's a strip club that has really. In Atlanta, there's a strip club that has really good chicken wings. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Well, okay. So Canada, not just for Schmoedown, but for strip clubs apparently. So Christian, if you're watching, watch out.
Yeah, he was watching.
Yeah, he was watching. All right, let's bring up a couple here. And I saw one from Malcolm. He is a New Zealander, and I know this might be far out of the realm of possibilities, but that would be pretty incredible. Maybe one day.
It's such an expensive trip, though, and long. It's like 14 hours or something.
What would be? Well, how about this? What would be the closest thing for Malcolm to travel to? Somewhere in Europe, I'd imagine, right? So like London, somewhere around there.
Really? I would say Hawaii.
Would it be Hawaii?
Oh, it's hard for me to think that going the opposite way around the globe.
Yeah.
I mean, we guys. Again with these history questions. We had history questions on Happy Hour last night. Now we're talking about geography.
Oh yeah, speaking of, because I learned that Austin is the capital of Texas and not Houston, I would love to go back to Austin.
Chris Adams in the chat, he mentioned Austin. Austin is beautiful.
Great food. It's really fun and cool. Like there's a lot of like cool hipstery things to do there.
6th Street and Rainy Street are party scenes, bars. Yep. It's awesome. But the city is also it floats for both 21 and over and 21 and under. It's that combination. Great, obviously a big college town. And yeah, it's a gorgeous place. It's definitely, if we were to go to Texas, that's the one place I'd want to go. Obviously, I'd go to Houston. I would go to Houston.
He's saying never go to.
Never
well,
go to
there was just a shooting on 6th Street in Austin last week or something. But Rainy Street, Chris, Rainy Street is awesome. Really, but there's a lot of good bars. There's a lot of good bars.
Molly, how quickly would Alex be in New Zealand if there was a Lord of the Rings themed exhibition?
I mean, all he needs is a specific reason to go, and we will be there. I mean, we want to go, and we will go at some point, but we want to plan a week or two, a trip there. But if there's a specific job related reason that we could write off tax reasons, yes, we will be there.
So I wonder, as what Ryan put up earlier, what would be if the Canadian fans were to come to somewhere in the United States?
So if you're thinking if West Side, I'd probably say something like Seattle.
Ooh,
Seattle,
Seattle's a beautiful city too, especially if you go at the right time of year. As far as East Side, and I know Ryko mentioned it, but probably he mentioned Niagara Falls, but New York is probably the best option because and New York has had the best.
Probably Boston.
Boston would be good, and we have yet to go to Boston.
For the love of God, the second you announce a Boston one, I'm buying my tickets and going.
And I know that they wanted to go. New York obviously always has a little bit of precedence because Christian's from there. And also the 2 times I've gone there, they've had the biggest shows outside of Spectacular. The New Yorkers and who goes to the New York shows, they show up. Mm-hmm. Now, for those who live in the middle side of Canada, that's where it becomes a little tougher because the travel is a little harder. So it's just kind of a pick and choose situation on where they want to go.
Boston, I have been to because we went to PAX East a couple years ago, and it was really fun.
I would be at that show in a heartbeat.
So would I. I hope it's during the baseball season because I want to go to Fenway so bad.
It has to be. Christian, I know you hate Boston and the Red Sox, but please.
Yeah, no.
Oh no, that brings the chances down.
I know. Make it during a Red Sox Yankees series. That way you can still get something Yankees out of it. But oh God, I would take the Coy, Roxy in their.
Well, we have a lot of Bostonians. We have Roxy, we have Coy, we have Snyder. There's a ton of Bostonians, and it would obviously have to be a match where you feature them. They would have to be featured, right? When you go to these cities, you got to feature those who are from there, who have family there. So Roxy is a manager for someone like Snyder, or Coy managing someone who might be from the East Side, or that's kind of where it comes into play. But I definitely think Boston is on the radar. I know that they were talking about it pre-pandemic, and I'd love to see it. I haven't if New York shows up, Boston's going to show up. They kind of go hand in hand. They kind of go hand in hand.
New Orleans would be really fun.
That would be really fun. That would be really fun.
Here's my thought process behind it, and it's kind of just funny. Oh, Paige, yes,
that too.
It's fun, and obviously it's not something that would make a difference or anything. But I was thinking of it kind of funny, in a way, if you look at the NCAA tournament when they do basketball. Sorry, guys, I'm going into sports. Okay, when they do the March Madness tournament, a school hosts the bracket. So when the Kings Stadium was built, where Jake and I are, Sacramento State was the host school. Wouldn't it be kind of funny to see a competitor that's in the match be it's their home turf, their host thing. So say it was Snyder. He is the host competitor of the city. So it kind of branches out. Maybe it's Chance and we're in somewhere in Arizona. Do it like that. It's kind of fun. Would it ever happen and work that way? No.
It'd be tough.
Yeah. Marisol, have it in Philly. like that.
I know you just got Christina up out of her chair. She talks about it. Yeah.
Philly is under Boston. Philly is actually my number 2 place that I would like.
Philly would be really cool.
Yeah.
Philly's a really cool city.
Another city I've never been to, but has great food.
Yeah, and that's honest. That's another step of this, and I'll get to the super chat before we can continue on. This is from Tim Sim here. Dallas and Austin are great Texas venues that the Schmoedown haven't visited yet, but given the current vaccination rates here, I wouldn't recommend going to Texas yet for some time as a native.
That's fair.
That is very fair. It probably wouldn't be until next year anyway, because that's a sudden plan to go to Texas this year with live events happening. And as Ryko asks, it's not confirmed, but more than likely, this is probably what you will see as like almost like a test to be like, get our feet back in the water. Okay, we have one under our belt. Where do we go to next? I would imagine the second would probably be New York because, again, that's where Christian's
It'd be
from.
one of those two.
Yeah, it would be LA and New York just to kind of get everything back to normal. And then next year is probably where you'll start to see the branches really starting to happen. But back to the whole, and this always happens here, but back to the food conversation, you have to go to a city that has great food. Like you have to.
Not so much food, even just entertainment. Like
that too.
Food.
That too.
I meant just like things that you can do. You don't want to go somewhere where it's just like you're going specifically just for that. Like, that's a good enough reason, but like you're probably going to draw more people. Don't tempt me with food. You're probably going to draw more people if they can make a full vacation out of it.
Speaking my language, Mick.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, oh God, if you somehow were able to give me a Schmoedown in Ireland, I would be there in a second.
Well, speaking of whiskey, somewhere like Kentucky would be really cool. Like a southern state that we have
some real Kentucky bourbon. Yeah.
Yeah, like just somewhere that like is almost not an unrealistic, but a very unconventional choice, right? Not like the Atlantas or the Chicagos or the Bostons. Somewhere small, but all those cities can kind of like come to.
We're gonna start a barbecue war in the chat right now. I feel like
Nashville would be great.
Nashville's fun.
Would be awesome.
Go
Nashville's
through
super
all
fun.
of the types of barbecue through the South. Make it a freaking
Charlotte.
Charlotte has barbecue.
Charlotte has legit barbecue.
Yeah,
I know. And Thomas is in one of the Carolinas. He could be tell us all the good barbecue places to go to.
I wouldn't mind coming back to Atlanta just because.
I feel like Atlanta's. I feel like Atlanta is like an official.
I think
it's like one of those official knocks on the Schmoedowns list. Like, okay, Atlanta, we've done it. We've successfully done it. We will definitely go back. Like, it almost feels like LA, New York, Atlanta, and Chicago are the 4 staples right now, right? Like that is a guaranteed hit for the Schmoedown. I definitely will go back. Definitely,
we did San Diego, and that was fun. It was just hard competing up against.
They did it at the wrong time. They did it at the wrong time. As great as it was to have during the weekend of Comic-Con, it was during a Comic-Con thing, and so filling seats was tough.
Yeah,
if you do it on a non-Comic-Con weekend, you're gonna fill seats 100%.
Yeah, and I mean, we went. That was my first live event. Jake went, and I went, and Gabby, and it was a freaking blast. It was it hard to navigate?
Great venue too.
Oh yeah, that venue was awesome. It's hard to navigate, obviously, with Comic-Con. I mean, I remember Lavic was Ryan just put it in the chat. The poor man would literally like 10 hours at Comic-Con and then just drove straight there, and he had to
and he had to play Smets. Like, come on, like that's he was doing his job all day, and then he comes and gets demolished by Kevin Smets. Like that's
So
I will say the venue at the Atlanta live event, I would heavily suggest that they find a better venue because it was at the High Museum, which is cool, but it was like a nightmare to park at, and it was just kind of like Aquarium. Oh yeah, they could. Yeah, I mean, if they could make that happen, it would be awesome to do it at the aquarium because people could go early, see the fishies, and then go see a show.
For all you audio listeners, just real quick, when you guys don't watch live or on video, this is what you missed the live chat. We're talking about Schmoedown. They're currently arguing barbecue in the chat.
I told you.
So get on the YouTubes, everybody. Get on the YouTubes. Real quick, Brian, I'm going to bring up this final super chat from Tim. Also, would have added San Antonio because of the theme parks, but also the excellent nightlife and food on the river. San Antonio is great. I have family in San Antonio, very beautiful city. So that's definitely an option. I just see it hard not being Houston because of Booker T's arena. Like it kind of just like makes sense, right? Like the venue is there, Brad is there. It kind of just like fits the build. But I would love to see something like Austin or San Antonio in Texas, because Texas rolls out.
Austin has a great convention center. We've been to the Rooster Teeth convention, and it's really nice. And it's like right next to like the heart of the city, basically.
Yeah.
I would like, and this is my own selfishness, would like it to come up to Northern California.
So someone, I think Raiko brought it up.
No,
I know Amaru just said it, but Raiko brought it up a little while ago, right here.
Northern
I love
California.
San Francisco, but I doubt Schmoedown is going to come there anytime soon.
I mean, we'll host it here in Sacramento if you want to come up to the state capitol. So we have the Kings, and not really
Sacramento's building. I will say this: the Schmoedown does have a lot of connections to Northern California. PJ is from here, first of all, and he mentioned it on our show. I know that he doesn't have a whole lot of say in live events, but he is from Sac. And I think also a big key in all of this is sometimes the Schmoedown does tend to follow wherever Mark Ellis goes for comedy shows.
Oh, yeah.
And if he does come to somewhere like San Francisco or Sacramento, that's where the likelihood raises, because he will already be here with tickets and people will join him there, and also something like the Schmoedown as well.
Oh, Brian, that's tempting. Star Wars match at Rancho Obi-Wan.
Oh,
that'd be cool. I mean, I feel like a Star Wars match at Scum and Villainy is bound to happen, but that place is tiny.
It is very small.
So,
Camshaft, you tell me when and where in Lake Tahoe for a Schmoedown.
Yeah, for all of you who may be questioning the Sacramento side of Schmoedown, we have San Francisco in the city 2 hours this way, and we have something like Lake Tahoe in Reno 2 hours that way. I mean, make it a weekend and you got yourself a good vacation. So, just saying.
God, it's funny because now I literally still haven't stopped thinking about all the barbecue places. Like that's
let's move on from barbecue, damn it.
Like that's literally like, I mean, you know how many places you have? Kansas City, you have Nashville, you have St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean,
Atlanta.
We can fit maybe 50 to 100 people in our backyard / house.
They would just have to get up into that, like
into the hill. Yeah, you put chairs in.
And then the stage can be your actual lawn.
Yeah.
Now there's not a Reno in California. It's like
in Nevada. It's
like an hour into the state. No, not even. I don't know.
For you mean Reno and Nevada?
Yeah, like once you cross the line.
It's not that far at all. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to move on from barbecue at some point, guys. I apologize. All of you arguing me.
I will say though, to what you said earlier, I would to one that actually seems like very plausible to me is Seattle.
That and Denver are two that I think about a lot.
I honestly think that those two are like plausible ones to go to do at. Like, I mean, Seattle's a big enough place. Denver, I see being a big enough place. I think those are actually like real places that could be opportunistic for it. Oh God, yeah. Wherever he's hosting that Toledo event, I'll be there in a second.
So the biggest thing that comes into this when we talk live events is, what does the city have to offer, right? It's not just about the Schmoedown. Like if people are going to travel from, like say they do something in Seattle, if people are going to travel from California or Arizona or Colorado or whatever to come to these events, or even across the country, because some people do that. What does it have to offer? Seattle, I know because I have been there, offers quite a bit. It is a very cool city. The nightlife is very, very prominent. Not just with like bars and stuff, but just in general, there's a lot of things to do. I've never been to Denver, but I know Denver has a similar way as well. I know it's a big brewery city. It's a foodie city. which definitely gets people intrigued. I would love to see the Schmoedown travel to places like that at some point. And that kind of is in the same vein of Philadelphia, right? We haven't been there. It's a city that has a lot to offer. It's a little bigger than those, but it's whatever the city has to offer is what's going to make the Schmoedown go there. Not just the people, but what does its surrounding things have for everybody who is traveling there?
I mean, I would love a good Vegas one.
Oh, God.
I think that could be very interesting. that could be kind of fun.
Now the question for that is the venue. What kind of venue? Because that might be a hiked up
MGM Grand.
Oh God, Brian!
It would have to be off the strip for sure.
It would have to be like way off.
Fine. The Raiders Stadium is off the strip. There you go, Jake.
You're gonna rent the Death Star for a night.
Absolutely.
One more super chat has come in here for Tim Sim. F all barbecues, Texas barbecue all day, every day. This debate's over because I paid for this. That's fair.
Listen, we treat all barbecues equally here on POV. We're open to try any and all barbecues. So yeah.
I will say this to any of you arguing barbecue in the chat. If you guys would like to send us barbecue to debate on camera on one of our shows, we will happily take donations via barbecue. We will give you addresses and everything if you want to send over your best
barbecue flavored whatever.
Yeah,
going to start being a thing now.
Another super chat, real quick, between Austin and Houston. When it comes to arranging a meetup on the day before the live events, Austin's nightlife makes it easier to schedule, in my opinion.
I think so too. Yeah, Austin's just so much fun.
I will say, and to all of you Austin people in the chat, Bangers Breakfast is incredible. It's a German place, and they do what's called man-mosas, and they're in liter jugs like they get for beer.
Oh, so the men can only drink the.
That's a lot of.
It's called man-mosas.
That's a lot of orange juice, though.
I didn't have one, but I'm sure it's not just all orange juice. I'm sure it's not just orange juice.
I mean, a mimosa's orange juice and champagne. I mean, unless it's a $30 drink, I doubt it's half champagne, half orange juice.
Okay, so let me ask this. Let me pose the question for you too. Outside of your home state, what would be your number one choice?
Molly,
and for you, not California either.
I'd say Austin, honestly. That was the first place that popped in my head. We've been there before. The nightlight is great. The nightlight is great. The food is great. And I don't know much about the venues there, but I think they could easily find a place. My vote's for Austin. And it's kind of like halfway in between here and where you guys are.
I would second that.
Make us do half the work too.
I would second that. It's no secret to Brian, but I'm a big Texas Longhorns fan. I have been my entire life. And that's why I wanted to go into Austin in general. The city is incredible. When we went there a couple years ago, I loved it. Look, the Adams Bros already got a suggestion as far as venues. So Christian, there you go. ACL Moody Theater in Austin. Boom. But just to play counter, if I'm not choosing Austin because Molly went with it, I personally have always wanted to go to Chicago. I've never been to Chicago. And I know that they've already been, and it was just for Star Wars Celebration.
But the venue was great. If they went to that same venue, yes, party.
If they just did a basic Schmoedown event, a Schmoedown throwdown in Chicago, I would be there in a heartbeat. I've always wanted to go to Chicago. I've heard the city is beautiful. The food, the hot dogs, the pizza, you have it. I'm sure it has the nightlife. You have the options to go to baseball games. There's 2 teams in the city. I would absolutely love to go to Chicago. I know Peggy, who just popped in the chat randomly just now.
No, she's been here the whole time.
Has she?
Saying Chicago.
Okay. Yes, Peggy, Chicago.
She even said one of the river boat things that we.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No.
What about you, Brian?
I mean,
other than Boston,
it's no secret. Yeah. Honestly, Philly really is the one that's drawing me. I don't know why. I just think I feel like it would just be so loud, fun, just a fun atmosphere. I would love a New Orleans too, but that's just selfish because
New Orleans, nobody would remember. Like nobody would remember. Christian
true.
wouldn't remember what happened. Mark sure as hell wouldn't remember what happened. The competitors might disappear. I don't know. That show would be absolutely chaotic.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm always going to pick Boston first, but Philly would be, I feel like, an experience because you're going to grab those people from New York that want to go. And I mean, there's a lot of other closer places that could reach that too. Like it's not freaking California, like Sacramento to San Diego, where it's going to take you. It's 8 hours.
It's East US, but it's far enough this way to where it's still a doable travel.
Yeah, like doable. I don't know the time, but I feel like Nashville to Philly is probably the same, if not shorter than Sacramento to San Diego. So I mean, like that just feels like a good kind of middle section if you want to get out of New York, but still be in that hub of people. So I think it'd be fun.
Real quick to everybody in the chat, same question to you guys. One answer only. I want to highlight a bunch here on the screen.
Yeah.
So they are shown. And I will also bring up what Brian Nussbaum said here. This event was supposed to happen originally, but it got canceled the week of. And we were going to go. Makuga was going to be there. Mark was doing a show. Chance Ellison was going to play. And
see that
Arizona would be
host the players.
You can even do an FCL match because Late to the Party's there.
Yeah.
You could highlight FCL a little bit, which would be a lot of fun. So yeah, to everyone in the chat, one answer only, where you want to go.
Put your city.
I'll highlight a bunch as we're kind of wrapping up our live event talk here. Any others we didn't mention? And I mean, is there any like
major cities? I mean, St. Louis.
St. Louis would be great. St. Louis would be great.
To reopen the barbecue talk, yes.
Yeah.
St. Louis.
Rachel, we just talked about Arizona. Hello, Rachel. Go back to vacation now.
I don't know how Portland would be. I just want to go there for the food, personally.
Portland would be tough. It's close enough to Seattle, though.
I'm trying to think. What other biggest cities?
I mean
back to Orlando. I think
Orlando. That's right.
Fun.
That's right.
I mean, Florida is another one of those that Tim Sim mentioned about the vaccinations. Florida's probably kind of low, but I mean, Disney World's open, so might as well.
Cleveland would be interesting.
Yeah,
would be interesting.
Put one over there. I'm like going through the U.S. right now.
Hartford and Providence, St. Louis, KC, William, Maui, Hawaii.
Oh, I mean, yes.
Look, if Ethan and Paul are there, just have their next match there. There you go.
Give me another reason to go Hawaii. Yeah. I will be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Orlando.
Back to the Bay would be fun.
Again, Canada's probably the top pick out of the places that we'd want to see the most.
Yeah.
Orlando, Denver, St. Louis, another Orlando.
Robert Adams.
Edinburgh.
Give me DC so I can get some crap.
We mentioned Vegas. Oakland and Berkeley, Amara, you're playing with our heart. Washington, D.C., that would be cool.
Give me all the – wait, I'm not going to say give me all the crabs.
Philly.
You can get good seafood in Boston. I had the best some of the best seafood I've had was from Boston.
Ugh. That'd be cool. I'd go to Colorado.
Dude, Denver would be I feel like Denver would be such a
I want to go to Denver so bad. I
really, for some reason, Denver seems like it would just be such a good place.
Everyone would be high.
Yeah, from the air alone.
High on the elevation.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's exactly what I meant.
No, I've heard Denver, and I've said it before, is very similar to what we have in Sac. It's a big foodie brewery town.
Yeah.
That fits a very good vibe.
I think that could be a really fun and interesting place.
I would book a ticket to Denver now if they said Denver. I'd go in a heartbeat.
Give it to me during winter even. We can go skiing.
Well, that's if you can even get there. If it's snowing, you might not be able to.
That is true. But then again, I say I would go do skiing, and I've never done skiing in my life. So sledding.
Mix on the right tracks. Mix on the right tracks.
See?
She's still.
I'm a simple woman. You know, like I want very little in life.
Ryan is killing it.
It would go around more than your typical couple times.
Yeah, you'd be standing there for quite a while with that wheel spin. Just to wrap this up, Camshaft just threw a bunch in here. Denver and Seattle are okay, but Nashville, Austin, Chicago, and New York, incredible cities.
Agreed.
Honestly, I'm looking where I want to go for the food.
That's kind of how I am too, because
like
you have to eat when you're there, right? Like you kind of
because we went to the award show, and it was no surprise for anyone that
this
for
the love of God, do not tempt
this
them.
would be insane.
They don't let you film in those places.
That's
I've
true.
tried.
She's not. She did not try to host a happy hour. Let's put that out there first.
Here you go. Bring the party south of the border to Tijuana.
Well,
Hey
some
now.
of us wouldn't come back. That might
Don't
be.
tempt me with a good time.
There is a question here, which is quite interesting. Cool little question here from Ryan. If you could play a live event on any Star Wars planet, what would you choose?
Oh,
That's a fun question.
Yeah. Oh, I want to say Coruscant because I feel like the nightlife is really
The party
good
scene.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also like Scarif would be nice because of the
yeah.
If you lose, you're sitting on a beach the rest of the weekend, right?
Yeah. But I think Coruscant has more to do.
Let's hopefully go pre Rogue One.
Coruscant has all the comedy bars, and so Mark could perform somewhere.
Molly, you need to pick Naboo because you haven't stopped talking about how much you want to go back to Italy. So.
This
That's
is such a
true.
typical Harper for the troops on Camino. That is so Thomas.
This guy for the troops.
The ones that eventually are trying to kill you, Thomas.
Oh God. Yeah, I think I'd pick.
Robert's got a great point here. You get some death sticks and answer movie trivia questions.
Exactly.
Yeah, give
Like
me.
you saw Obi-Wan walk into the Outlander Club. He's like, "What are you gonna?" Anakin's like, "What are you gonna do?" "I'm gonna go get a drink."
Did anyone
because-
notice that she flexed right there with the name of the club?
Absolutely, she did.
She didn't just say walk into the club. She flexed with the name.
It's the Outlander Club.
Exegol would not be a good choice. That would not be a good choice. That's a long travel for some people.
Yeah, you know how hard. There's only 2 maps. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
you
hard
gotta
to
get
get
your
to.
hands on one of them.
Mustafar would be a hot destination. You just have to perform on the high ground.
that's a good one.
That's
Yeah, host it in his castle. That's where the venue would be. Oh God.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our live event talk for the evening. We got a lot of good information from a lot of people. Thank you guys so much for putting out there. It seems like Texas is kind of the leading one right now. Canada, obviously, is the first choice, but being in the U.S., Texas seems to be taking the cake at the moment. But a lot of cities out there, Seattle, Philadelphia, Denver was a hot topic. Not just Austin, but San Antonio, Nashville. There's a lot of information out there.
Northern California.
Obviously, we would love to see it. We would obviously love to see it. But with LA close to us, it definitely is tough. It seems like one city is almost one state choice for what's happening now. So Arizona, we mentioned Arizona. That all seems like a lot because it was canceled last year. So hopefully, and maybe we'll have this conversation again as live events are actually happening.
For the record, Jill would pick New Orleans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, New Orleans is also.
We didn't ask her, but we know what she would pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's typical. She's basic.
Yeah.
So just a choice. All right. Let's get into some games here. And again, we want to be taking some questions from you guys as well. So if you want to get a guaranteed answer for this, hit up a super chat or a Streamlabs, excuse me, while we're playing these games. We also want to get specific questions of who is more likely to, out of the 3 of us, to have a little fun. See what you guys come up with. Some questions that we can answer while we're playing the game. Let's start with Pictionary. Let's start with Pictionary here. I don't know the last time I played Pictionary. So if someone wants to explain the rules so we can get going and how we're going to do this, Brian or Molly, the floor is yours.
Oh, I don't.
We have an
remember
app, correct?
the exact rules. The app that I So you guys is just a word generator.
Let's do it.
Where's the one that I had for work?
So who wants to go first? And are we doing easy?
Jake, have you played Taboo?
Very long time ago. Very long.
Okay, it's basically the same.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
sure I'll figure it out.
I'm thinking of.
I'll go first.
Oh, crap. Drawing. I didn't realize. I forgot Pictionary was drawing. I was thinking
it is drawing. Oh God. Okay.
Oh no.
Love it. No, so it's like is it like charades? Kind of.
Pretty much. I think with the amount of people on the screen, one of us just goes at a time. We start drawing, and the first person to guess what we're drawing.
Okay.
And are we allowed to do syllable? It's like one word and then so many syllables.
Someone draws the clue. Whomever guesses correctly first gets a point. There you go.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Pretty easy.
All right,
yeah.
First.
I'll start with it. I guess this is an easy one.
Brian said he'd own at this. No.
Well, yes. I don't know if we should do a timer or not. I think the timer is like 60 seconds.
We can do.
I'll pull my clock up.
Okay.
I'm like, I have my word. I'm like trying to think of what that looks like. Okay.
All right.
Yes, Bill, you missed it. We were waiting for you.
All right.
We'll start in 3, 2, 1.
Baby penguin.
A pig. A bird. Spider-Man with wings.
A bat.
A pigeon. Oh my God! What? Oh, a bee. No.
Falcon. An ant.
Oh no! I'm bad at drawing.
Baby fish mouth is what people keep saying.
I'm getting messed up by the eyes. What?
Oh, a porg. No.
Close.
An owl.
Yes.
Oh,
what the hell? With 6 seconds to spare.
I don't know what owls look like.
God, someone. I'm looking in the chat now. People
look at Rachel. It's me.
I think Brian. Man. I think I see Brian Nussbaum got it.
This was the best one, Porkins. Dragonite. There you go. Brian, since you
crap. I have to draw.
Yeah, since you got the point, why don't you go? We did get a who is more likely to. I want to bring this up. This is from Mick. Who is more likely to go to a strip club?
Okay.
Molly. Easy. Send in those who is more likely to questions, guys. We can play these while we're playing Pictionary and some other games. All right, Brian. I will pull the timer up. And where's my clock? There it is. All right.
What's my pen?
Ready? 3, 2, 1. This is great radio. Also,
Baby Yoda. Grogu.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, she got off that.
Did you go off of the generator that she made? That she gave us?
No, I didn't. I haven't even looked at the generator.
Oh, you just did a random one? That's why I would have never guessed that because I didn't think the generator would have had Grogu.
Oh, no. I saw my whiteboard and was like, oh, that's a good one. And so I just turned it around.
What? Oh, my God. Damn. All right, so that means Molly goes again now.
Okay.
Or do we want to go in a circle? No, we'll go winners. And if I don't ever go, then I'll go last.
I'm gonna keep using the picture generator.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do too.
Here, where is it? Oh.
Robert still looks like Porkins.
Still Porkins, yeah.
While Brian's pulling that up, one more. Who is more likely to watch 6 movies in one day? Ooh. Yeah, probably Brian.
One of you two.
Me? No, you.
Me? Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take that.
You talk about how, I just watched the whole entire Indiana Jones series.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take that. Who is more likely to lose their wallet at a live event?
Me.
Brian.
I can't keep track of you know what.
I have a purse, so it would be hard. It'd be tragic if I lost an entire purse.
All right, Molly, you ready?
It's me.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. It's a box.
A purse.
A bag. A shopping bag. Multiple shopping bags. A grocery bag.
Shopping bag.
Oh, I'm bad at 3D drawing things. Uh,
Carry
wallet.
something out.
A handbag.
A duffel bag, not duffel bag, a briefcase.
Oh.
Briefcase?
close.
A money case?
A briefcase full of money?
What is happening?
Money, briefcase, job.
Your pay stub.
Ah, dang
Dang
it.
it!
What was it?
A suitcase.
Oh,
Damn it.
I should have drawn like a vacation suitcase.
Brian Nussbaum, Ben Bateman. Okay, so Jake, you haven't done it, so you go next.
This is hello, Robert Parker, on tonight's episode of Drawing with Molly.
She traced last night, now she's drawing.
Yep.
Before I go, we did get one who is more likely to. Where to go? Here we go. Camshaft. Who is more likely to accept the last minute invitation to go skydiving?
Yeah, Jake. I've already been skydiving, so
100%. 100%.
You've been skydiving?
I have. Shocking, isn't it?
I am
It's very
shocked.
shocking. Yeah.
I feel like you're just saying that so no one will invite you.
No, so we did it for my dad's 50th birthday and my sister's 18th birthday. It was because it was the same year. And I was just like so paralyzed by fear that I just never like verbalized, no, I don't want to do this.
Oh no.
Until I was pretty much like about to be thrown out. I was like, I don't like this. Now.
That's terrible.
All right.
You did it. I've not even done that.
No.
That's cool.
I'll never do it again, but
Yeah. I'd go skydiving before I'd go bungee jumping because I don't trust the mechanics of bungee jumping.
Yeah. Not to mention, my dad had this Australian guy that was attached to him, and he was like that person that knows that people are scared. So he's going to do everything that he can to like make you guys. Yeah, there you go.
Good.
He was like the person that like knows you're scared. So he's saying things to make you more scared. So he'll be like, you see that red roof down there? I vividly remember this. He goes, see that red roof down there? You think it's paint, but those are all the people that didn't land correctly. Like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And I'm just like,
That's like your crazy uncle talking, and you'll be like, oh no.
yeah. This guy, freaking Australian.
We got another who is more likely to before I go. This is again from Camshaft here. Who is more likely to take a dare and do something really embarrassing in front of all of us at the after party? 100% Molly. 100% Molly.
That one.
Yay.
100%. All right, my turn.
Okay.
Okay, Brian, do you have a timer by chance? Okay.
Yeah. Set a timer for 1 minute. I don't.
Just tell me when to go.
Go.
Oh no. Oh.
Balloons?
Grapes.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. I like that. I immediately go, yeah, I got it. Oh crap. Now I have to drop it.
Nice.
Let's see.
Okay, here I'm gonna pull up. I'm just gonna do these in between. Starger here. Who would go on a weekend road trip? Spear of the moment. Me? I mean, I think all of us would.
He does that. No, you do it like every weekend.
Oh, sure. Sure.
I would. Yeah.
Besides Jake, Frank, who is more likely to win in Schmoedown Fantasy?
Jill, right now.
Yeah, Jill has all the luck right now.
Yeah,
say Jill.
she's on like a freaking streak.
The last month, she's just been killing.
Jesus, it scared the crap out of me. Okay, I got one.
Are you just thinking of ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay. Hold my timer. Hold on. Okay, 3,
This is going to
2,
be bad.
1.
Wait, is that right? No, that doesn't look right.
Groot. Baby Groot.
Baby Groot. Teenage Groot. What is happening?
The Infinity Gauntlet.
SOB. SOB.
Wait, that's not. That's
That doesn't look like a glove at all.
I know. It looks like a bear claw donut.
First of all, where's the thumb? Where's the thumb?
I was trying to do it like this, like how he has his thumb in.
No.
I think
No.
Stardrew is, Ryan and Stardrew both said it was a foot.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh my god. What the hell was that?
Play to the room.
So that means Molly's turn.
I am not a drawer. Leave me alone.
All right, Molly, in 3, 2, 1. A treasure chest.
Skiing?
Wakeboarding. Surfing. Skimboarding.
Sunbathing.
Suntanning.
Oh.
On a beach.
Beach.
Ah.
I was like, oh, I'll draw Scarif. Wait, how?
All right. Let's see. What is my word?
Let's see. What are people putting? Who is more likely to cure a hangover by continuing? She's never stopped.
Yeah, it's Molly.
I mean,
Jill in a close second or tied with her.
Yeah. Let's see.
it's not my first choice to cure a hangover, but it doesn't hurt.
Who's more likely to beat Goddard at beer pong? He likes to think he's good, but I've beaten him.
You also had a partner who is just as good as me, Brian. So
I also got more points than her in a game. So see how competitive he gets? Immediately he's like,
I would destroy Ben Goddard, and I'll throw a challenge down right now. POV beer pong, Goddard. Let's go.
Do it.
Maybe we'll do that on Patreon.
I wouldn't say myself, but I'm gonna throw Alex's name out because he's pretty good at beer pong. I'm okay.
Is a very good question. I actually am not really sure.
I would say Jill, because Jill really likes eating burritos on stream.
16 pounds? That's like 2 babies.
Well, San Jose, San Jose has one that's, I think, 4 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
God.
16 pounds is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I didn't even know that was possible.
You might die if you eat that much food in one sitting.
Yeah, I don't think I
Just
can
a
do that.
general, like, extremely large burrito. I don't know.
I can't eat large quantities of food to save my life. So
I would say it'd be between you and me.
I couldn't do it. I know I couldn't.
I like I'm bigger, but I don't put food like tons of food down very well.
yeah, I cannot. I would. Well, I might eat.
Since she's not here, let's just say it's Jill.
She's gonna pop in the backstage and be like, "Excuse me."
What the hell?
I'll run through a couple because we are getting quite a bit of these now, which is awesome. Malcolm, who is more likely to learn to play the trumpet?
Trumpet. I would
I've
just
never.
like to blow it one time really loud where it makes that like noise, and then I'd be done with it.
I wouldn't mind learning how to play taps, but that seems really hard.
I would say you because you are the only one of us that knows how to play an instrument.
I've never played an instrument, so yeah.
I mean, I know how to play a string instrument. Blowing air into a piece of brass is very different.
There was a good one here. Who is more likely to win a POV Schmoedown free for all?
Oh, if it's a mix of everything, singles, him, Star Wars, her, Jill and I are freaking coin toss.
Hot chick, you.
Hot chick and Twilight.
single movies of hot chicken, white chicks,
singular
and
movies.
Brian Ward, stay safe, man. Who is more likely to get a tornado warning right now?
Out of the four of us, though, her.
Molly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Who is more likely to win a Schmoedown about Schmoedown?
Ooh, not me.
Probably you.
Probably
you've
me.
been watching the longest.
Probably me. Yeah.
That would be really funny, though.
That would be actually. I wonder if we can actually make that happen. That's
All right,
pretty-
Patreon. Okay, Patreon. Let's do a Schmoedown.
That should be a Schmoedown. Schmoedown would be interesting, actually.
Depends on what type of marathon. If it's being absolutely lazy,
it's a running marathon, Brian.
Then not me. I would come in last. I would not even show up.
I hate running. I've like almost passed out doing a 5K before, so
I would say you.
Out of the four of us, I'd probably
Jill,
because I've done
Jill.
You done a marathon?
Her.
Not like a full-fledged marathon. They're
Okay.
there's the smaller versions, not a full one. But I've done like Tough Mudders and stuff, and so I like that type of stuff. So, Star Drew here. Who would win a buffalo chicken 5-pound contest? I'd say Brian.
Like 5 pounds of buffalo chicken?
Yeah, I'd say Brian.
Oof.
Probably.
Brian's all about that. If they're wings, it's a no contest with Brian. Brian's all about those wings.
I like wings.
Well, wings are a little bit easier because if you're weighing them on with the bone in, like then it's like you don't have to eat the full weight amount.
Yeah, Brian, I don't know, man.
I would beat you.
A hot dog eating contest.
I don't know.
I'm out for all these food contests.
I have my record for eating corn dogs at dinner right now is 5.
Oh, I remember that story.
In a city. Oh no! Oh, I forgot about that. That was a bad day, and that cake was actually 6.
Oh my god!
You had 6 hot dogs?
So I'm a track coach, and track meets are all day things, and so typically whoever's hosting will give you vouchers for food for the coaches. I'm the only coach on my teams, and usually a track team has like anywhere from 3 to 6 coaches. So I got all the food vouchers.
Oh boy!
I was there for 8 hours, and like I ate 6 hot dogs in a day. And
okay, well, in a day, that's not
in one
bad.
sitting. Yeah, it's different in one sitting, Brian. Different in one sitting.
Yeah. I could probably eat 6 hot dogs in an entire day.
Yeah, agreed.
I wouldn't feel good about it, but maybe I would.
So we got a bunch of these, so we're gonna go through these because I want to make sure.
I'd rather do this than the Pictionary.
This is actually quite fun. We still have to get to categories if we even do that. From Mick here, who is most likely to get away with murder?
This one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why?
Jill does love murder stuff a lot.
Oh,
So
she does listen to a lot of true crime.
So she might actually know how to get away with murder.
The answer is me and Jill together.
Yeah, if it's the two of them together, it's a no question that person is never being found.
Yeah, that
is never.
That is the
because I do watch a lot of true crime documentaries.
Yeah, those two together. You're Carol Baskin's husband. You ain't ever getting found.
Who is more likely to win a dance off? I would say Jill.
Jill might be.
I would say Jill.
Better. Depends on how much I've had to drink.
My dancing's more sporadic movements really fast.
I drink better when I dance.
Oh.
You get it? You get it?
I get it. Who is more likely to stay up for 3 days straight with no sleep?
Oh no. I can fall asleep anywhere at any time.
I'd say Brian.
No, I nap a lot. I would say
no.
Yes, because you stay up late all the time and just go through it. If you had a job to do, you would.
Oh, that's different.
Like if someone was like, "Hey, like create me graphics and stuff," you could eat. Oh, okay. Gabby said I would not. I'm wrong.
No. Yeah, you're wrong. You're wrong. Who is more likely to skydive? Brian has skydived.
I have, so I win.
We don't know where Jill stands on this, but I think Molly, between the two of us, I would say probably me.
Yeah, that's one thing that I'm just like, well, okay, so I talked to Alex about this the other day. I was like, once you go skydiving, are roller coasters fun anymore?
Okay.
Here's
a myth. You do not get the droppy feeling when you skydive.
Mm.
The droppy feeling is literally the second that you get out of the plane, and however long it takes you to become flat like this, the second you hit flat like this, the wind hits you so hard that it stops that feeling.
Mm.
So literally, like, the only part that you get the little droppy feeling is the second when you do this.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I'm thinking just pure, like, adrenaline wise, like the amount of adrenaline that goes through your body if you jump out of a plane to skydive. Like, would you ever get that same feeling?
I would
going on a roller coaster.
do it if someone said, "Give me everything is 100% safe either way." I would pick roller coasters every time because it's more fun because you're doing stuff like this. I mean, when you jump out, like the fun. I mean, the falling part's cool because it's just like there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
But and then other than that, you're just gliding, like you're literally floating. That is the scariest part, is gliding and just being like, there's.
I cannot wait. That's what I want. I cannot.
That
wait.
is the scariest thing,
God.
to see your legs just hanging there, and you're like, there's literally nothing below me. That is what gave me the panic attack. The guy was like, "Are you gonna throw up?" I was like, "I have no idea."
We'll
he
see.
just pushed my head down so I'd throw up.
Oh no.
I can't wait. All right, so Ryan here says, "I'll beat you all in the Schmoedown challenge." Accepted.
Oh, okay. That I withdraw myself because I'm.
Who is more likely to wear a Borat bathing suit as a joke? Not me.
Well, I don't think Molly and Jill.
I don't think that's enough material.
That's not enough.
And according to the Adams Bros, apparently Take 3 used to do Schmoedown, which is actually quite cool. Jacob London was a part of Take 3.
Oh, there you go.
All right, Camshaft. Who is more likely to attempt to make a 5-layer cake?
I'm not good at baking.
I like it. I would attempt.
I see. It's funny because I was going to pick me because I do enjoy baking. I don't like cooking, but I enjoy baking. Like when your sister posted the lemon squares on her YouTube channel, I tried it.
Jill does love murder stuff.
She does love murder stuff.
I lost my plate. Oh, here we go. Who is more likely to do a Sam Jackson movie marathon?
Ooh.
I would need a reason to.
I would. So if it's MCU and Star Wars, it's probably Brian.
But see, I love that new Shaft movie. Loved it.
But his entire filmography, though, probably me. The Quentin Tarantino stuff, you know, all of it. Like there was a movie like the Lake Town Terrace or something that was terrible.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, like it would probably be me.
I have seen a lot, actually, though.
Who is more likely to go skinny dipping with or without alcohol involved? Molly or Jill? Out of the three of us here, Molly, but Jill might contest that.
I probably wouldn't mind it.
I mean, if POV crew wants to do a Schmoedown for the Patreon, I would happily write a match. Ooh, okay. All right, good to know.
Got some plans.
Chris, someone check on Sean.
he's been violently ill the last couple of days.
Oh,
He
no.
got his vaccine.
Oh no. Who is most likely to forget important birthdays? Me? No, not me.
I think you.
No. I don't know. That's hard.
I memorize birth dates very well.
Yeah. Then I guess I could say me because like I memorize Star Wars things very well. Everything else takes a backseat to Star Wars trivia knowledge, so
Here, we'll
I might
test
lose.
this. I know both of your birthdays. Jake, when's mine?
September 7th.
No. When's
Isn't it?
Molly's? Nope. When's Molly's?
May 1st.
How dare you?
Isn't it? Wait, September. It's around the September 5th.
There
September
it is.
5th. Sorry, it's 2 days off. Sorry.
The confidence in him saying September 7th. And I knew. That's why I picked him, because I knew he didn't know mine.
I mixed up a 7 and a 5. Whatever. Whatever. All right, moving on. Who is more likely to win a rom-com match, Brian? Brian. Brian.
I haven't seen a lot, but I have seen the ones I've seen a lot. So,
Who is most
helps.
likely to bungee jump? Probably me.
yeah.
Probably me.
No.
I don't know what Jill is standing on this, though, but out of the three of us, probably me.
Yeah, no, probably not me.
Who is most likely to walk over the border of Tijuana alone?
Alone?
Depend if you can tell her that there's really good margaritas, she might.
Or if you put down a challenge, I'd probably say Molly. Yeah.
Maybe. Am I allowed to have a gun?
Yeah.
Sure.
What is that new Purge movie? Isn't that like the theme of that movie? Oh, God.
Who is most likely to win that fight? Oh, sorry. Who is most likely to get into a fight?
Oh.
So
Jill.
I've
I'd say
actually been in a lot. Every single
Physical fights?
elementary school, middle school, high school.
I was in one. That was it.
I got suspended in high school for it.
Damn,
For
Brian.
fighting?
Hardcore. Who the hell are you? Hiding
Who's
yourself.
I
gonna
know.
fight? And why?
It was in gym class in PE. We were playing pickleball, and
Oh, pickleball. Brings out the aggression.
it does. Something takes over me in pickleball.
He becomes
And-
the Hulk.
And this kid and I had history, so it was almost like a matter of when, and him and I just went at it in the middle.
Whoa.
Just fought right in the middle of gym in the gym. Yeah, I got.
How long before someone broke you guys up?
So here's the thing. It went on for a while because my high school's gym is 2 stories. So the bottom floor is like the big basketball, and then the practice court was up top. The teacher was down at the bottom. We were at the top.
Oh no.
So it just went on.
I think I've gotten into a fight in middle school, but I don't think I got into any fights in high school.
No fights in high school, just middle school.
I got suspended in elementary school for fighting too.
Women in high school, we do mental warfare.
Oh, you guys are in. Excuse me. Well, I'm not gonna say it. You guys are effed up. You guys are effed up. What you do to each other? My God, I'm so glad I'm not a woman.
We've seen
So
Mean
bad.
Girls.
Yeah, we have seen Mean Girls. Mike here. Speaking of roller coasters, anyone ever been to Cedar Point? They've had tons of record-breaking roller coasters. Never have.
No, but I want to go so bad.
I mean, if it's got record-breaking coasters, I'm down.
Oh, me too. I'm a roller coaster.
Just Google Cedar Point roller coasters, and you can watch a bunch of cool videos on YouTube about the crazy roller coasters they have there. Oh, I would love to go. And they posted a thing recently, like after they reopened after the pandemic, that they are paying everyone that works there like 20 plus an hour and like giving people benefits. And like they posted this whole big thing about like how well they treat their employees.
That's awesome.
And so I have a lot of respect for that place.
I can't wait for the POV theme park day whenever that does happen. That's gonna be wild.
Magic Mountain.
It'll more than likely be something like Disneyland.
It'll be Disneyland.
That's not technically I guess that's a theme park. I guess there's a theme park and there's what is like Six Flags called? They're not called theme parks. They're called
I call it a theme park.
Oh, they're called there's a specific name for them.
Park.
I don't know. I'm blanking. Who is most likely to go back to school to get master's or PhD?
I'm way more likely to go back to Twitch than I am to do those things.
I would say me, which is shocking because I'm actually kind of lazy.
I am like violently against school in all aspects, but stay
I'm
in school.
violently
Stay
single.
Hashtag violently single. Mick here. Who is most likely to be the first one to die in the zombie apocalypse?
Not even a
Brian.
question.
It's Brian.
Not even a question.
100%.
I've thought about this so many times and tried to like think like how I wouldn't be, and it just always comes back to me being the first one dead.
Oh my god.
I would do something stupid. Although,
What if you're
Jill
with us?
is very clumsy.
Oh, that's true.
Jill would be running away and she would trip and then die.
She has to be
But-
warned when she's stepping off a curb. So
But
Yeah.
she is such a big fan of The Walking Dead. Like
Yeah.
I think, and like the two of us with our makeup skills, like we would be able to blend in pretty easily
That's true.
without having to run.
I think Jill would be good because she would be like, I need to find Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
Like that would be her thing. Me, I would just do something absolutely stupid and just or get hungry and just be like, I'm over this. Like, just bite me.
I'm over it. Get this over with. Yeah.
Who is more likely to do a deep dive into the French New Wave? What is the French New Wave?
Is that music?
Music?
Is it? I'm then
I
not.
mean, new wave is music. So
I'm not a music person, so not me. Not me.
I'm if that is a music thing that they're referring to, sure, I'll take that one.
Yeah, you're a music head.
Who is more likely to learn a musical instrument?
I have always wanted to learn violin.
Wait, it's a film movement.
Oh, really?
Like yeah, like
if it's film, I would say Jake.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's like black and white movies, I think.
Oh, that'd
Oh,
probably
okay.
be me. That'd be me.
Then Jill.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah, that'd be me.
It's movies.
The musical instrument one, probably Brian. I might dabble. Depends on what the instrument is.
I play lots of Guitar Hero.
Yeah, same. This is an easy one. Who's more likely to go heel? It's Molly. It's 100% Molly. It's Molly. Molly and Jill are basically a tie, but it's Molly because she's an active competitor. So
You.
Brian, no, you as a heel? No, dude, come on.
I like bad guys more than
that
I like
doesn't
good
mean you
guys.
are one.
I feel like it probably sucks being a heel just because like you get a lot more
Amusement parks.
flack.
That's what it's called. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I gotta scroll back up. I lost my place. Let's see. Who is more likely to put the bop in the bop she bop, and who is more likely to put the ram in the ram llama ding dong?
Oh my
I just
god.
love
What does
the
that
fact-
even mean?
I just love the fact that we've been sitting here doing all this, and the thought of Chris Adams going, "Who's to put Bob in the box?"
Do you know the biggest smile he probably had on his face writing that?
It's just like the fact that he had to take the time to write that all out.
All right, so I will say this: we're gonna finish the ones that are in the chat currently. We're probably gonna wrap up the show here very shortly. So put in your last ones, and we'll probably end it here with the next bunch that I see here on the screen. Who is the most likely to plagiarize or cheat to finish a class or to be done with it?
You're pretty anti-school, so
Yeah. I'm trying to think of I never like legit cheated on any like big tests or anything. There was one class in high school. It was an it was AP economics. We talked about AP classes on Happy Hour last night. AP economics. I think me and like 5 other people agreed that we were gonna just like not study for a test and just cheat off of each other for like this one thing, and we all did it, and then we all felt really guilty about it afterwards, and we were like, we feel gross.
Jake, do you remember this? This was, I want to say, because Jake and I were in the same major, same classes, all that stuff. Do you remember? And I want to say this might have been our very last day of school when, oh crap, I forgot her name. The hard Monocle.
Monocle.
Do you remember when this was our final. We were taking our final the last day of school, test everything. And Sac State is very spread out school. And we, for whatever reason, had to take the test in the library. The library is the center of the school. Our major is pretty much the highest point, like the north part of school. Gabby knows exactly what I'm talking about that side. She literally says, okay, we'll start your final. And then she goes, oh, I need to go back to my office. And we're like, that's like 15 minutes away.
Well, not only that, but, and this is obviously, Monica, I hope you're not watching this, but Gabby and Sabrina went into her office the day before.
Okay, you're criminalizing her now. So, Gabby, I wasn't going to go that far.
Go for it. Come on. No one can get in trouble at this point.
And Sabrina, the answer key to the final was sitting on her desk.
Look, you're going to get in trouble.
Jake, don't.
and Sabrina may or may not have snapped a picture.
But this teacher for our final was gone for like 20 minutes. And everyone in the class is like, this is a test, isn't it? Like she has someone's planted. So like there was a high level of paranoia, but at the same time people were like, screw it, we need to pass this class.
Yeah. All right, so we do have a bunch of these left, but I do want to do a Streamlabs that we did get. I forgot about this one, so thank you. This is from Therrell, and he says, what IG slice has the best fathers and the worst fathers? For me, the best is MCU and the worst is Star Wars.
Star Wars dads are kind of bad, except for Bail Organa.
There's one good parent in the whole entire universe.
And Leia.
Best? Not Jurassic Park families, because they always send the kids on vacation and they almost get eaten by dinosaurs.
Oh.
MCU might
IG slices.
Indiana Jones.
The best father.
Because father, Daddy, what's his name? The Sean Connery plays dad.
Yeah, his father, and then he also played a dad to Mutt and kind of put him on track as well.
Yeah,
so
I like that.
So
I love
take for worse, that's for sure.
Yeah.
DC's dads always die, so you can't pick them. Superman's dad, dead. Batman's dad, dead. Aquaman's dad, dead.
A lot of.
Oh wait, no, he's not. Aquaman's dad's alive.
A lot of dads die.
Yeah, he's in the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm. Star Wars has good foundling dads, not birth dads.
Star Wars is all about found family. We have the Dad Batch. We have Din. Yeah, plenty of daddies in space.
Daddies in space.
Daddies in space.
Did you have a hangover today, Molly?
What I consider a hangover? No, I had like a very slight headache, and it was because of all the sugar from like the cider and the lemonade and all that. But that went away as soon as I had some coffee. So, nah.
There was one more before we get to Peggy. We'll end on Peggy's one. Who is most likely to end up in jail? Probably.
Who's most likely to talk themselves out of being in jail?
That's a good question.
Probably not. I'd probably be really bad at it.
Not me.
I'd be like, I'd start doing it, and within doing it, I'd be like, you know what? Nope. You know what I'm doing? I'm trying to talk myself out of this, and that's bad. And I would just like go into this whole spiel, and I'd be like, just put me in jail. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, last one. We'll end the show on this one.
I could just see Molly and Joan. Then Alex, come get me.
So something happened.
let me ask you this. What would be the thing that you end up in jail for?
Being too handsy at a strip club. Because I have been apprehended for that in the past, but it was my birthday, and the stripper agreed with me that I was fine.
Wow, that is great. That is great. All right, we'll end on Peggy's. Who is most likely to injure themselves without any outside forces in play? It's 100% Jill. No question. She's broken
every bone,
a ridiculous amount of bones in her body, and as Brian mentioned, she tripped over a curb once.
She has broken
both her elbows.
Yeah.
She literally has to be warned when there's any decrease in flat service.
Oh man.
Goodness.
Well, this was a great show. I know we didn't play much games, but you guys were firing off these Q&A questions, and it was a lot of fun. Kind of a pseudo Q&A here, and just to kind of plug it, we do these once a month on our Patreon, guys. And the questions are even a little bit more wild than these. They're a lot of fun. Our patrons do an incredible job with the questions, and you should check it out. So, and we're definitely gonna do more of these. We're gonna try and do more game nights, more.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you enjoyed this and want to see more of it.
Yeah, definitely, because we definitely want to do a little bit more of these, on Sunday shows or maybe just a random show during the week. Who knows?
We should get like a group of competitors and do one like
Ooh,
this.
We could do that. We could definitely do that. That'd be a lot of fun. And Ryan says, check out Thomas Harper's AMA on Reddit. Apparently it was really good. Really good. So
I looked through it. There's some of you guys are creating some wildly good questions, and Thomas is even kind of like, damn.
Ooh.
Yeah. Molly, just start firing. Who do you want to lose to? Stuff like that.
I'll start with regular Q&A questions, and then I'll start going into trivia, and I'll see like how far into trivia I can get them to go. Which probably is not far, but no one ever asked me to do a Q&A on
I think
Reddit.
he started it, didn't he? Didn't he start it?
Oh,
I think so.
I think he posted a picture and said, "Hey, Schmoedown fans, Reddit AMA," and apparently people were just firing it off.
Yeah, you have to get the Schmoedown mods involved in an actual AMA.
Got it.
But cool, I will check that out.
Enjoyed it. I just found out my favorite player gets handy at strip clubs. Great night. Mick, go to sleep. Go to sleep, Mick. Oh, that's great. That's great.
Only on my birthday.
Pictionary with characters and belts, maybe factions.
Oh God,
that would be interesting. That would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap this up. Before we get out of here, we do have reactions coming this week, so stay tuned for that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is a pay-per-view happening this Friday. I think it's the Ben Bateman-Irwin match is happening this week. So we won't be doing a reaction on Friday, but we will be here on Wednesday and Thursday. Again, if you are interested in more stuff like this and just more stuff from us in general, check out our Patreon. Q&A. We do more reactions as well. We also do watch-alongs, which is coming up next Monday. So there's plenty of time to sign up and join us for our watch-alongs just for $2 a month. You get to join us for a watch-along once a month. The $1 a month gets to join us on our Discord, which is a very fun Discord. Thanks to everybody involved in that. It's a lot of fun.
Wild.
It is very wild. It's a very, very fun one. So make sure you guys check that out, and then we'll see you guys back here on Wednesday and Thursday. But before we head out, I'll let these two fire off all their plugs. Brian, why don't you kick us off?
Biavalcino on Twitter, and I changed my handle on Instagram because I was just tired of it. So if you want either of those, good luck spelling my last name.
Wait, what did you change? Did you just change to the Twitter one?
Yeah, the same as Twitter. And then Apocalypse movies. What are we doing Tuesday?
We're ranking the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh yeah. God, those are all just mush into one. That's gonna be hard. Yeah. Other than that, here.
Molly?
At Molly Damon on Twitter, at Molly Mander on Instagram. You can catch me over on Star Wars Explained, talking about Star Wars stuff. We are talking about Loki, and Explain It to Me is over on our second YouTube channel. It's just called Malix. And my eventual return to to Twitch is in the works.
It'll happen eventually.
She's planning. The return is Halloween. She's been planning that since.
No, it's gonna be before Halloween. I can promise that. But yeah, that's all I can say.
And Mick, yes, the hack did work. We were able to figure it out. So thank you for that. Yes, myself, all socials at Qui-Gon Jake 2Ns because someone else took it before I did. Apocalypse movies as well, multiple times a week, doing Loki and Bad Batch stuff. If you're interested in a lower version of Star Wars Explained, check us out on the Fandalorian Club on Fridays.
They stole our shtick. You're only allowed to talk about one thing, and you ruined it.
We did it on a different channel, though.
And yeah, we're gonna be doing the Fast and Furious stuff this Tuesday, and then we have Loki on Wednesdays, and we have Star Wars on Friday. So check that out.
Oh, you should have Zach Burkett on. He just watched all the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh,
did he get through all of them?
He just finished,
I don't know.
He just said he finished 7. He said he finished 7, so maybe he'll finish the next one before then. So we'll talk. We'll figure it out. But yeah, and then here all the time, guys. Twitter, Schmoedown POV, questions and comments, Streamlabs. Again, our Patreon. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. This was a fun show. Nice little break from all the chaotic stuff that has been Schmoedown, but we're glad we're able to kind of highlight the live event stuff as well, just because it is something that's happening, and we want to make sure that people like Christian and stuff like that notice what the fans want. So if you guys have any more, or you want to leave your stuff in the comments so it's pasted there on the video, make sure you guys are doing that as well as let us know if you love this kind of episode and we can do more of these.
Jake, you are getting quite the many requests to drink more whiskey, just saying.
I will do my best. It's been quite busy here with the puppy and doing stuff, but I do have an episode. I know I said I had one last week, but
we still need to be on.
We'll talk because I want to get you guys on. I want, especially before Schmoedown starts happening again. Yes, you have. You've been on.
No, I haven't. You planned it and then never did.
Brian, you were on an unboxing, remember?
Yeah, but I wanted to drink booze.
Oh, you did?
The Damons will be on, and my guest who I had planned for my episode last week just had to cancel, but he'll be back. So there will be one. I promise you guys. But yes, thank you to everyone who's watching. We love you guys. To our patrons, keep supporting us. We love you guys as well. And we will catch you guys later this week.
Bye.